Hi everybody. Don't look at my messy house. Don't look at it. This is my newest painting called Heaven Can Wait. I thought I would put a few of the pictures together of the progress of making this painting and talk a little bit about it and make a video. So let's get to it. As you probably know, if you've ever looked at any of my work before, or you know me at all, I am a big fan of the beach. I've lived in Florida since I was 6 years old, and I'm just such a fan of being at the ocean. And this is just another piece that reflects that. And the concept in this photo is this is the place where the ocean meets the land. And I used one of my favorite colors right now, which is that aqua color of the water. I'm just like in love with that color right now for some reason. So I wanted to do a painting that had that, and I just love the beach. And what I really did with this painting was I lost my grandfather last September, in late September. And he was also a huge fan of going to the beach. And every summer, him and my grandmother would come down, and we would spend a lot of time at the beach during my summer break from school. They would take me and my brother to the beach, or we would all go like as a big family with my parents. And that's just like one of the most clear childhood memories I have, is like being at the beach every weekend. Like, believe it or not, it was tan once upon a time. I was like at the beach so much. So one of the most vivid memories I have of my pop-up was floating in the ocean with him on a day where the waves weren't very rough and they were just sort of rolling, and we would float in the middle of the waves, and you would just sort of float over them as they came by. And I remember floating there with him, and he would have his toes sticking up out of the water, you know, floating on his back. And he would always say, "Heaven can wait, this is paradise." So that's where this piece got its title from, and anything beach related sort of always reminds me of him, because he just loved the beach so much and we were always there. So I lost him, well, we lost him in September, and this is just sort of like a piece dedicated to his memory. And as far as like the way I made this piece, it was really sort of like a experiment. I used acrylic paint, and I used 3 different canvases to make one piece. And the white part that's the foam is something called modeling paste, and I had never used it before, but it comes in this jar, and it goes on like cake frosting, and I actually used that for the first time, and I used a palette knife for the first time on this piece. I used a palette knife to make like texture on the surface of the painting before I even painted anything at all. And then I used that modeling paste with a brush to make that foam that you see on the painting. And after I did that and let all the paint dry, I decided I wanted it to be more textured, because I'm a real like fan of texture in my paintings. And I decided I was going to try to get sand and shells on the canvas. So I glued the shells onto the canvas, and then I was like, I didn't even know how I was going to get sand on the canvas, so I put down glue on the canvas, and then I was just like dumping sand onto it, hoping for the best. And then it ended up coming out really good, and I'm really pleased with it. The sand is really securely on there. It's not like shedding sand or anything. It's I've coated it several times with sealant, and it's not coming off. And it gives it like a really cool sand texture, which is exactly what I wanted. I have like coarse sand on there that sort of sparkles, and I have a really fine sand on there that gave it a really good texture. And I'm really pleased with how it came out. It's something totally different. I've never done anything like that before. I had a lot of fun experimenting with it and just trying to figure it out. and it's dedicated to a really fond memory of mine and a family member that I lost, so it has a lot of special meaning to me all around. So that is my newest painting, Heaven Can Wait, and I hope you guys enjoy checking it out. So it's for sale, and if you're interested, you can shoot me an email, or you can go ahead and buy it off my website using the PayPal button. Thanks for checking it out, and I will be seeing you guys soon. Later. Car wants to say hi. Car wants to say hi to my baby.